Joined by Malibu Zombie to announce this first game of the third day of the Throwdown in this sound here at the Seattle Derby Rats warehouse. But that's not who we are watching today. We are going to be watching a showdown between FoCo Junior Roller Derby and Philly Roller Derby. I believe that's Pennsylvania and Colorado. So if y'all are visiting, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't been to our facility before, we do have a few policies and practices that we would like to remind you about. SSR adheres to JRDA, that's the Junior Roller Derby Association's Code of Conduct, and Positive Coaching Alliance keep your language safe for all of our attendees. Bigoted, derogatory, discriminatory language will not be tolerated. Please cheer loudly for all players. Respect officials, coaches, and focus on supporting your athlete with encouragement. Don't coach from the sidelines. Be considerate of your fellow audience members by keeping the aisles clear, respecting the ADA access spaces marked on the floor. I see them. Do not lean or sit on the wall in front of the bleachers or enter the track for any reason. This one's really important, folks. We spent a long time putting up these walls. We don't want to send them into the track. If you're missing something, Lost and Found is back in the back by this bathroom over by where Lydia Brewer has set up. And at the end of the bout, well-earned high fives will happen from the outside of the track barrier. There will be plenty of space if you scrunch and get friendly with your neighbors to give those high fives. If a skater is injured during the course of the bout, please remain silent during our medics evaluations. Do not film, do not stare, do not enter the track. If it is your skater who is injured, you may come to the announcer booth for further instruction if a coach does not already get you. Do not whistle, please. It confuses the players, it confuses the refs. Shoot, it confuses the announcers. If you're looking for something to do for the next 6 minutes, please visit Mama Bunny's bake sale in the back to purchase pizzas, drinks, treats. Maybe just treats right now, drinks. Our Southside Revolution merch table is in the back for some cool new derby gear. And in a little while, we're going to have the chuck wagon grilling outside. But right now, it's breakfast time. We're still waking up. Find some caffeine, rub your eyes, get ready to watch this first game that's coming up next. I'm going to go ahead and announce them because they seem lined up. So if they want to speak, they can speak. You're not on. Oh, yep. You're on. Nope. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Malibu Zombie. I'm going to announce your Philly Roller Derby roster, but first, we want to do a announcement.
All right, like I said, I'm going to announce your Philly roster real quick. We have 04 Insanity D, 1 Callahan, 10 Tenacious K, 1039 Jocelyn Around, 113 Sayonara, 124 Strawberry Shortquake, 16 Stay in Your Laney, 18 Baby Slaya, 26 that is Bad Blood, 32 Tackled Pink, 404 Jack in the Box, 55 Rainbow Crash, 66 Smashopia, 69 Steampunk, 72 Chicky Keels, and 909 Live It. Coached today by Teflon Donna, Devoid of Mercy, Sugar Cookies, and Irie. Thank you so much for being here.
And wearing white jerseys, we've got FoCo Junior Roller Derby. That is right. I love that energy at 8:20. Just keep bringing it. The Spartans, we've got 013 Green Tea. I'm loving it. 12 Rainbow Rider. 128 Madiator. 13 Nightshade Hedgie. 14 Storm Cloud. 147 Acid Smasha. Number 20 Black Ice. Number 26 L. 35 Nightfall. 47 Xavier Bad Behavior. 51 Big Wave. 5150 Sid Vicious. 58 Firecracker. 585 Genie. 618 Reaper's Blade. 621 Gretcha Sketch. 626 Roletta. 81 Spider. 947 Seek and Destroy. 97 Joe Don't Do It. And our approved coaching staff looks like we've got Talladega Nate, Public Emily, Plow Miller, and Gonzo. Give it up again for FoCo.
All right, folks, as we get on the line here, do want to appreciate our tournament staff here. Tournament head ref is I Call Shenanigans and Shady Stardust. Head NSO is Lizard, Beth, and Spencer. Here we go. Pivot is 4-7 for the FoCo. That pivot is Xavier Bad Behavior.
Callahan jamming for Philly Green Tea, wearing the star for FoCo. We've already got one FoCo skater sent to the penalty box.
That's Nightshade Hedgie to the box. Oh, beautiful jump. 0-1-3. That is Green Tea. They are your lead jammer. And just like that, your Philly jammer is back in was back in the pack, getting recycled now.
585 Genie sent to the penalty box for a direction of play penalty.
And just like that, a great hit though from 5150. That's Sid Vicious, but getting sent to the box.
Our jammers have each put 4 on the board. And a great juke and spin for Callahan is going to bring that up to 8.
Yeah, and just there we've got a penalty on the junior pivot for Philly.
That was Steampunk getting that forearm penalty, and 2-6 also Bad Blood in the box. Now the pivot, 947 for FoCo on a direction to play penalty. We've got 4 in the box at the moment.
They all were ready to be sitting down this morning. They weren't ready for this out. Just like that, Green Tea is putting 4 more in the sky. Great juke around those 2 Philly blockers.
Our jammers are matching point for point here.
Callahan really making that answer there. Oh, and we have a wheel. One moment. A ref has lost a set of wheels here. Hopefully we can get those back on. looks like there are 2 blockers for FoCo in the box, so it'll be a pack advantage for Philly.
Tenacious K, your jammer for Philly. Big wave with the star for FoCo. It is Philly and Tenacious K out first.
Yes, they really use that pack advantage.
High block penalty is going to create a power jam for Philly. High block called on Big Wave.
And a Philly skater to the box.
That's
Smashiopia. And it looks like a power jam is happening right now for Philly, and they are using that really well. Calling for help from their team. Oh, but a nice hit from the pivot. That is 4-7, I believe.
And 585 Genie with a run back, trying to eat down this power jam time. We have both of our jammers back on the track now.
FoCo just smashing through that pack, so they're able to start their scoring pass.
Tenacious K pushed to the outside and recycled again by Joe. Don't do it. Joe, don't do it. Then pushed to the inside and recycled back as as Big Wave makes an approach.
Yes, Joe, don't do it. Back there with that recycle.
Oh, that Philly tripod now too, well, just causing problems there for Big Wave.
Yeah, Philly's pivot going in for some great offense, trying to get their jammer to the front of the pack. Just like that, we've got a jam call. And an official timeout right now being called. ATG, one of our refs, calling over his friends.
That is a great time for us to say thank you to our skating and non-skating officials, to our Southside photographers and videographer. Lydia Brewer, we're happy you're here, an award-winning Seattle-based photographer specializing in children and family portraitures. She actually just took 2 pictures of my own skaters that were gorgeous. You can find her on Facebook and IG. We also have Invicta Knox Media, specializing in capturing the action, grit, and attitude of roller derby in both still photography and videography. This weekend, Ashley is creating complimentary action videos for every team on the track. That's so dope. You can find Invicta Knox on Facebook and Instagram. We would also like to thank our medics as we get back to Derby.
Looks like the refs were done talking to each other. I think they were planning my birthday party is probably what they were talking about. And we have 1-4 from FoCo. That is going to be Storm Cloud as your jammer.
Callahan back on the track for Philly, but now off the track for a...
It looks like it was a multiplayer block, so your jammer can get a multiplayer if the other team challenges that connection. I actually saw this a couple of times at men's champs, so
I'm not sure I've ever had to call that before, so thank you.
If a jammer initiates the linking contact and the other team challenges, you will go to the box.
Forearm penalty is going to send 585 to the penalty box. Genie. We are ticking away at the number of skaters on this pack. Multiple attempts here for Storm Cloud, but my goodness, that Philly 4-wall.
Just like that, Philly took advantage of having a pack advantage for this power jam, and Philly came through and is now scoring points. Jumped that apex.
We have points on the board now. A second round of points on the board for Callahan.
Now FoCo is lead jammer because of Philly going to the box. So they are the lead jammer status.
Great waterfalling action, anchoring, reforming that tripod, keeping Stormcloud from making good progress. But we are going to run out of pack space. That is 4 on the board for Stormcloud.
Callahan on 1 foot on the outside line, just like that. 4 more in the sky, and that is your jam. Oh, we are getting a timeout. Just doing a little bit of track maintenance during this timeout. Just a reminder, we do have tournament-specific swag, but it's not available again later on. So make sure you head back to the Southside Revolution merch table to get that tournament Throwdown in the Sound swag. All right, end of that time out. We do have skaters returning to the track.
Substantial pack advantage here for Philly. 2 blockers in the box, and that's going to be what it takes to get Sayonara through for a lead.
And a FoCo skater is receiving a forearm penalty, so they will be going to the box.
That's acid smash it in the box. Sayonara through for 4 on the board.
FoCo looking to play offense for their jammer as they are on the track. Great job there. Sayonara, though, back on the track, or back in the box pack.
Oh, last skater to beat there was number 947, Seek and Destroy with the run back.
Great recycling program here. Sayonara fighting a great tripod there in the back. And it looks like a 6-2-6 Rouletta will be sent to the box for a high block on the Philly jammer.
6-6 for Philly Smashiopia. Just fantastic with that tracking of the FoCo jammer. Both alone and with that tripod. Both of our jammers just struggling to make a lot of passage.
Sayonara said, and I'm done with this jam, because both teams were putting on a tripod clinic there.
Philly came out with the point advantage 8-7 that jam.
Looks like we have just 1 blocker from FoCo on the in the box right now. Excuse me. 0-1. That is 0-1-3, I believe, actually. Oh.
That's Tenacious K through quickly on the outside for a lead.
Green Tea is still in the back of the pack, fighting that Philly now 2-wall. Try to do a little jump on the outside.
Bad blood sent to the box for Philly. And a destruction of the pack penalty on Strawberry Shortquake means we are 2 blockers down now for Philly.
Great catch at the front of the pack, though, and that was from 5. Ooh. 5-5. That was going to be Rainbow Crash getting some hits there.
Oh my goodness, the pivot number 128, Mediator for FoCo with a huge shove out.
And this one, we got a little bit of a do-si-do happening in our box right now for Philly. We do have another blocker going to the box. These jammers are really fighting for these points right now. Speeding through the front of the pack there.
Green Tea just dug in and digging with that Philly tripod.
And jams called there. Philly sitting at 62 points. FoCo at 40. Oh, 43.
Yeah,
Excuse
found
me.
those
Yay.
last 3 points at the last second.
Big wave on the track.
That's Callahan again with the star for Philly. Goodness gracious, what a huge shove by, I believe, number 5150, Sid Vicious. We have a jammer race down.
Big wave in front of Callahan, but Callahan is the lead jammer. And great edge work on that out. Wow, crawl through that pack. Big wave out, though, right behind Callahan.
947 Seek and Destroy with that run back. That's the pivot there for FoCo, and that is going to make Callahan meet the backs of the FoCo wall.
Big wave, now the jammer out of the pack. Great setup from the Philly skaters in the back there, trying to just put a stop on Big Wave.
Oh my goodness, I think that was 404 Jack in the box with that hit.
Yes, and Big Wave won 1 foot on the outside line in that corner. Looks like FoCo is really making Callahan work. Now there is no skaters in the box, so we do have a full pack. And a great jump.
Both of our jammers are through the pack, it turns out.
And Callahan with 3 blockers to beat. Nice, and is calling that jam off.
FoCo finding an additional point at the last second there, meaning FoCo put 15 on the board. 10 was the number Philly came up with. We're at a 15, excuse me, I can math a 14-point game here.
And a full pack is out on the track right now.
Oh, that tripod for Philly. Just phenomenal at holding back the FoCo jammer, but also Tackled Pink used the tripod itself to whip around and get a little bit ahead. However, there is a FoCo anchored 4-wall to catch.
Yes, and we've got Steampunk, the pivot from Philly, playing a little bit of offense, but also playing as the bridge in this situation, keeping their team in play. Great hit from 147 Acid Smasher, just recycling Tenacious K.
Acid Smasher went back for a second hit, but Philly does come through up ahead, still meeting the hips of that tripod.
And now it looks like 147. Oh, Great lead jammer for Philly.
A minute and 10 seconds in, we get lead.
I was about to say, I think we're almost halfway through this jam, and now we've got a lead jammer.
And we have a star pass. FoCo is now putting Mattiator up.
Mattiator. And it looks like that pivot does have the star and has placed it on their head. And right through the pack, has good pass. Oh. But they are going to call that jam.
6 unanswered points on the board for Philly. We're at 20 now, differential.
And Philly through on that outside line.
Tenacious K speeding around the track, building up lots of power as we approach. And that is just using that speed to just sail through on the inside. There were not even any time for the blockers to set up. And now it is also a power jam for Tenacious K.
Firecracker off to the box. Philly going to play all offense to assist their jammer out of this pack.
Tenacious K was looking for a whip through, but did not find it. Found instead the FoCo tripod. My goodness, what great skating by that Philly jammer, though.
Yes, and a great offense work from their team as they just open a bunch of space for them. And back on the track is the FoCo jammer. Multiplayer block on a 404 jack in the box, so they will be in the box.
Firecracker through on an initial pass back in that third turn back there. There was some really good skate work by Firecracker staying in bounds. You see it again. Almost like that Matrix move to try and stay in bounds, not get recycled. And that's going to be 4 on the board for FoCo.
And it looks like the pivot for a FoCo is in the box. That's Seek and Destroy. And a call off there from Philly.
Looks like that is a 19-point jam in total for Philly. FoCo found 7.
Philly sitting with 1 in the box. FoCo with 2.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, what a great whip on that inside line. Philly Callahan is out as your lead jammer.
We have seen that kind of speed from Callahan all.
Oh, and a couple of skaters into the wall. Looks like a ref is down, but we're getting back up, which is great.
And that, friends, is why we do not want you to lean on that wall. I haven't seen you do it, but that's why you shouldn't.
Oh, and a great jump from Callahan. 4 more points in the sky while they were in the sky. And as they kind of, the little pause from the whole pack just to make sure they weren't the one who committed the crime.
That was Black Ice sent to the box for a stop block.
We have the best spot when the pack is on this turn. It's all the jammer action right in front of our face. Wow, backwards whip. Oh, it does appear, though, we are getting a jammer to the box, so we will play this out for another 30 seconds.
Oh, Bad Blood just looking for a run back, a third of the track there. Rainbow Rider to the out, to the in, a little spin move. But there is still one skater, two skaters to beat.
And the pack is moving forward again, making that recycle. Turn 3, the action is halted to get that jammer stuck, but they are out. Natural conclusion of the jam. About 9.5 minutes left in this first half. And this great action from this first game this morning. Do appreciate everybody for waking up early and being here to watch these juniors skate.
Not just waking up, but being so awake. We are loving the cheering over here. Sayonara with the start for Philly. Green Tea is your FoCo jammer.
That's what it looks like. Philly 6-6 is on their way to the box. That's Mashapia with FoCo as your lead jammer. Yes, and a great jump around a down skater, but it looks like Philly is attempting pass a star, but it could also be a distraction. Wow, and a great recycle from Philly 404.
Jack in the box. And now we are in a power jam for Philly.
Yes, it looks like a low block. I'll have to ask about that hand signal. I can't remember. I don't get that penalty. 404 in, that is Jack in the Box is sent to the box for a back block. Do have less than a minute left in this jam.
And four more on the board, for Philly.
And it looks like we did get a star pass because we have Steampunk as your jammer right now for Philly.
Steampunk up on those toe stops, making it through at the top of the turn.
Great job from both teams, but always great to see a pivot doing some work there. Makes that pass a lot more efficient. Great job.
Steampunk did find a little extra space as there are two FoCo blockers in the penalty box. Approaching the pack backwards through on the toe stops. Last skater to beat, and we whiffed around number 1-3 Nightshade Hedgie. That was a great attempt from Hedgie, though.
Yes, and then you had 1, 2, 8. That's Mediator at the front trying to be a good stop. What a great jam from both teams. Only one skater in the box. That'll put Philly at the pack advantage.
Pivot line start. That's always fun. And we're going to mama whale off of that. Philly pivot doesn't provide any safe passage through as Tenacious K still meets two blockers but spins out for a lead.
Right in front of us. Always the best time to see some good action here. A Philly blocker, 1, 2, 4. That is Strawberry Short Quake going to the box. We do have a hat pass.
Really good hits by number 7-2 Chicky. Kills there at the very front of the pack in that pivot position. Pivot on pivot violence. Technically, I guess it's jammer on pivot, as we have had that star pass to number 2-0.
Black Ice is now your jammer for FoCo, with the star on their head now.
Multiplayer penalty assessed on the Philly pivot.
Great crawl through there with a little bit of fingertip help.
Holy second effort by one of those FoCo blockers. That I think it might have been Storm Cloud.
True. 2 players for FoCo in the box, and a great recycle there from 147 Acid Smasha.
Oh, our teams are dug in. That is a real scrum up there. Nobody's getting through yet.
Acid Smasha with a great recycle, making sure that jammer has to go all the way back through everybody. Getting some great cheers here. And then we got 9-5. That is going to be Joe Don't Do It.
And Philly finds another 4.
As well, FoCo is still fighting and has one more to beat, and they are through. Got those 4 points right at that whistle. $151 Philly, 79 FoCo. Philly really taking advantage of this jam.
This is for fun. We agree. And we hope our skaters are having fun as the whistle starts. My goodness, we really have seen that kind of skating from Callahan this entire first period, just zipping through.
Yes, absolutely.
And that pivot from FoCo, maybe Seek and Destroy back there, closing that gap that I know Callahan was eyeing. It was a good move to prevent a little zip through there. Now we are ping-ponging the FoCo jammer inside to outside.
Yes, both teams have 4 skaters stopping these jammers.
That FoCo tripod is dug in, but
Steampunk coming through, trying to be an assist, but is also playing as our bridge. Great work here from these jammers, just fighting. And just like that, 585 Genie from FoCo going to the box for a multiplayer.
That's Genie. Callahan through with 4 on the board now. 4 hard-fought points. Oh,
Yes.
my goodness.
And with an attempt trying to get through, Steampunk said, "No, you are not." Oh, and great offense there from the FoCo pivot.
That's Seek and Destroy, that pivot.
Do want to remind folks that we are at a junior tournament, so we always want to make sure our language is appropriate, and we're encouraging both teams to have a great time. Thank you.
My goodness, 909 Livid here, just trying to break up that FoCo 2 wall. Doing a pretty decent job forcing a recycle 4 tackled Pink.
Tackled Pink, just 1 foot though, was trying to get through that inside line. 309, or 909, excuse me. Yep, Livid was making that offense. Big Wave though, making their way to the front of the pack.
Oh, Big Wave tried so hard to stay inbounds on the inside there and just blows through the back wall of that tripod.
Callahan running into their own skater to get around, and his lead jammer. Oh, we do have a multiplayer block on the FoCo jammer. Like I said, jammers can get multiplayers. It is something that happens. Gotta be careful with those whips, folks. Wow, great job from the FoCo pivot trying to get that jammer. Oh, but we will have a track cut. So there will be a little bit of a jammer do-si-do. Big Wave is out.
Hard to play roller derby when you don't have a jammer on the track. So Tackled Pink will only serve the amount of time that Big Wave served.
This will be a full jam, so while it is only about 25 seconds left in the jam, that will mean if you look at the period clock, we have 10 seconds left. So this will be our last jam because there is no lead jammer.
We are good at drawing logical conclusions over here in the booth.
I put math. Yes, they are out. Oh, and that is the jam. That is your half as well.
One.
We're just waiting to make sure that these points are settled. There's some dust on the track, so to say. We're just waiting everything settled down. Because right now the board says Philly 171 and FoCo 79. And I guess that's our halftime, folks. I'm Malibu Zombie. I'll be back in about 15 minutes to talk with you all, and Blowhorn will be with me too.
My very hoarse voice now.
Did you get back from Oregon?
It's mine style. That's why I can talk.
Okay, if you have, I'm very loud. I'm very loud when I say if you have a white minivan out front in the courtyard, we do need it to be moved. Please. Do you have a white minivan? It does need to be moved. I'm going to keep talking about it until it gets moved. Might tell you about it in a little bit. The license plate on that white Toyota Sienna is CDA 5696. CDA 5696. It's in the, what is that even called? Courtyard. White Toyota Sienna. Please move it. Thank you. We've got a couple minutes of halftime left. But now is a great time for me to tell you about all the things you can look at as you experience this amazing tournament. We've got Colleen. Colleen's Creative Sewing is here. I personally have purchased an announcer dress before in a panic from Colleen. We are happy to have them here. We've got skates back. Lots of skates on skates on skates. A variety of skates for sale and a variety of price points. I mean, if you haven't skated yet and you're saying to yourself, maybe I should, you could come get yourself a pair of skates. We will even avert our eyes if you get inlines instead of quads. I promise we won't look, we won't tell. And if you feel like you too could be a skater like these skaters are one day, you should check out SSR's skater camps coming up. I'll give you more information about that later. There's also Southside tournament-specific swag up here, as well as general swag. Philly's back here with some gorgeous Liberty Bell-looking T-shirts. And if you're feeling a little hungry, we got chips, we got candy, we got coffee, we got caffeine. Everything for your noshing pleasure.
You ran off with the mic.
I just needed to go on a little walk.
It's a walkabout. Our juniors are lining up for a gear check. This is where we make sure they're wearing all of the proper protective gear, as well as making sure that it is intact and not going to cause any harm or safety concerns later on during the game. Do have right now Philly sitting at 171, FoCo 79. They're clapping for you folks out here in the audience. They're just so happy you're here. I'm happy you're here. Do want to remind folks just once again that this is a family-friendly event, and we're going to keep all of our language appropriate and are cheering for everybody on the track. And just like that, with that pretty whistle, that means we are ready to play some roller derby.
It was the prettiest whistle.
Thank you.
And the correct person doing it. As a reminder, no whistling in the audience. It's just for our lovely, lovely zebras and jam timer.
And it looks like we're going to have a full pack out. Nobody is sitting in the little sin bin. Callahan is your Philly jammer.
Green tea with the star for FoCo.
Oh, great look on that outside for Callahan. Just making sure they were staying in bounds.
Green tea with that dig behind number 6-6 Smashiopia. And I think that's bad blood as well.
Yes, there's a direction on 6-6 because they skated backwards, making contact into green tea. Cannot do that. A very hot, wow, jump and a skip. That was going to be Callahan on the outside. Green tea stash that cover, but putting it back on. Oh, that was amazing jump. 585, that is Jeannie attempting to get the hit out.
6-9 Steampunk with a hip, slowing the FoCo jammer down. Oh my goodness, that Philly tripod is just locked as Callahan adds 4 more to the board.
Yes, their blocker came out of the box and did a little sneaky offense on that inside line.
Green Tea looking to hit that seam, get around last skater to beat, but that last skater forces the recycle on Green Tea.
I know, I was trying to find out what that blocker's number is. I cannot see it, but they did a very good job recycling to the front of the pack. And both teams now are holding those jammers. Just kidding. Callahan said no.
My goodness,
wow.
1-3 with a lot of great track coverage for FoCo, but we do put 4 more on the board.
Yes, that was Nightshade Hedgie with that last defense. Oh, wow. Hi, from the announcer booth, can we get scores? Thank you. Things are weird. Looks like we're trying to do an official timeout, because points. I wasn't counting, I'm sorry.
There they are. They're gonna- I did too. I was like 12. It was 12. And I was like, did we just start a new game? Okay. We've got issues.
We are still in this official timeout. We are getting some posing instructions here from our photographer. Getting those stretches out. Make sure everybody is stretching. Stay limber, warmed up. It is a little chilly in this venue, but I am hoping as the weather gets better, we'll be seeing some more sunshine.
And as a reminder, we still have a full day of Derby, the 3rd day, in fact. Up next, we're going to see Philly again go against Tomorrowland. Zombie, you're still going to be here on the mic for that one, it looks like.
Yes, Philly and I both will be here 2 games in a row. Oh, we're going to be here hanging out, having some fun. Now, Tomorrowland is one of the junior teams from the South, Tacoma, Washington, against Philly from Philadelphia.
Yeah. Tomorrowland also hosting our regional JRDA open gender playoff in a couple of months, so that's going to be exciting.
Yes, hope to see you all there and see all the great faces that show up. It'll be a bunch of action.
I'm pretty sure I can even cheer for unnamed team. I don't think I'm being partial if I'm cheering for the unnamed team.
Unnamed team.
team.
Unnamed team. Unnamed team.
Y'all are amazing. I want to go to all of y'all's games. So I am that cheering mom when my kids are playing. And my joke is that they put me on the mic because I'm actually quieter on the mic than I am in the stands. So, you know, y'all might all have futures as announcers.
There is a reason her derby name is Bullhorn. That's not a coincidence, folks. Oh, looks like, okay, so we got Philly All-Stars and the Spartans. We have names. Love it. We are still in an official timeout. And now we are getting our audience into stretching. Look at this. Follow the photographer, please, while we get through this stretching action here. Keeping everybody warmed up and limber during this official timeout. Hi, ATG. Bye, ATG. Roller derby, roller derby, roller derby, roller derby, roller derby. Lizard, lizard. Do 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 do. That is an appropriate cheer. Thank you, refs and officials and EMTs.
Especially thank you to ATG, who swears he did not break the screen.
By a percentage of 110. 110%. It's not a number.
We over here are not convinced. Heck yeah, thank you, medics. It turns out you cannot play a sport where you beat the fire out of each other without medics.
No, then it's just mutual combat at that point. Which is illegal. It has been ruled out for like 100 plus years.
I was on a bank track game. Last set of bank track games was prior to last night, and our tech just stopped teching, and so the Canadian was just holding the score up like this. It was crazy. We were still mic'd up. Tom was cool as a cucumber. I was
This is a great time to check out the bake sales, all of our little shops that are happening. I did see some skates. I see a puppy. Oh, it's so cute. There are things in the back of this building. Looks like there is merch. Philly's got a merch booth. Southside Revolution has a merch booth.
Philly has a logo that looks like the Liberty Bell. I like it.
That's so cute. Have you been to Philly?
I've never been to Philly.
I played in Philly for USAR's Nationals back in 2016.
I think that I was designed to generally be a Phillies fan, though. I think that's my vibe. I mean, I feel like a good course of action is to go back there and buy some of those cool used skates because you're interested in learning either how to skate derby or how to on-skate ref derby. And then you could, if you are a junior, come to one of the new skater clinics that Southside hosts in September if you are between 7 and 17 years old. Neither of these teams are Southside, but we will see them again. And my own kids have had the privilege of playing Southside. Lovely, lovely league.
Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Philly scored 188 points.
This feels like favoritism. Is that a kazoo band? I love you. said with confidence, we're good to go from an announcer perspective.
Are we?
It sounded like a question, and I was like, we are not the authority here. But the authorities have spoken. We are, in fact, good to go. Thank you, officials and volunteers, for getting us back to where we needed to go. Oh, we're on a timeout.
It's because it'll reset once
It may look like it says timeout, but once that whistle drops, there we go. Big Wave is your jammer and lead jammer out for the FoCo Spartans. Now it looks like it is 1-0 for Philly, but just kidding, they passed
it's going to
it.
be Chicky Kills, number 7-2 now, Chicky Kills.
Yes, is your jammer for Philly. Oh, and
My
just an
goodness.
attempt to go in on the inside line.
Those inside pack refs and jam refs did not even flinch when the skaters were coming their way.
Not at all, but Philly here with Stay in Your Laney as your tripod. Brace doing a great job keeping her team in place. Oh,
95, Joe Don't Do It with the offense is going to get the Spartans through. I think they're calling him FoCo.
yes, and Big Wave making a big haul off with their arms there, making sure the refs see that they want this jam to end. 196 Philly, 87 for the FoCo Spartans.
Callahan and Stormcloud towing the jammer line. Callahan getting recycled.
Sid
back.
Vicious. And back at the front to try and stop Callahan. A great offense there.
Oh, Bad Blood with a huge shove out.
That's 0-4. That is Insanity going to the box. Stormcloud pushing through this pack, but you've got Bad Blood and making it very hard.
All of our blockers were locked in, but Callahan finds a way out, puts 4 on the board for this jam.
Strawberry Quake working with Strawberry Short Quake working with Bad Blood, keeping this jammer in the back of the pack.
Callahan with multiple hit attempts on this FoCo tripod, just locked in that seam, and there is the initial pass for Stormcloud.
Yes, 5-8-5 for FoCo. That is Jeannie going to the box for a multiplayer block. Storm at the front of the pack fighting. And we do have the FoCo jammer in the back of the pack ready to start scoring some points here. Four in the sky there for Philly.
947 Seek and Destroy causing chaos in the pack.
Yes, absolutely. And we're going to get a call off there.
FoCo found 3.
Those were those great hips on that the outside line on the straightaway far side. I saw and I counted. Ooh, great hit there for Philly, and we got 1-1-3. That is Sayonara as jammer, but they are not lead jammer because they've got a no pass, no penalty. Means that a skater went out of play, so they weren't able to get that lead jammer status.
Acid Smash is sent to the penalty box. We do now have 2 FoCo skaters in the box.
Yes. 5-8 for FoCo. That is Firecracker. They are your lead jammer, though, because they pass all players in play.
Oh, a big hit in the back by Firecracker approaching that Phillies tripod.
Yeah, and 404 Jack in the Box taking that hit, making sure they weren't going to blast through. Nice call off from FoCo.
FoCo with 3 on the board for the jam.
We have jammers. There are jammers. I can't see. I should have worn my glasses this morning. I apologize, folks. Rainbow Rider for the FoCo and Tenacious K for Philly are your jammers.
That's Tenacious K out first. Skaters go flying on the outside.
High block assess, though, to Rainbow Rider. That will be a power jam for Philly. And a pack advantage for them as well, as they have a blocker in the box.
A little whip off of number 72 Chicky Kills, and that's an 8 points put on the board so far this power jam.
And once that jammer made contact with the other team, Philly came out for that offense.
A whip, and then a juke around that FoCo pivot is going to be 12 on the board so far.
947 Seek and Destroy being that last blocker on the track for that. And FoCo is out now. And we've got a penalty, though, for the pivot of FoCo. It was 4-7 Xavier bad behavior.
There was some really good secondary effort by 7-2 Chicky Kills on that last pass as well.
Apologies, that was Seek and Destroy. 947. Xavier's being great.
Rainbow Rider through with 4 more on the board. That's 8 so far. 20 on the board for Tenacious K.
Great call off there. FoCo breaking that 100 mark with 101. It's like there's an official review happening at the moment.
We do appreciate Jack in the Box also showing us what's going on.
Yes. Actually, it looks like we also have some jammer mirroring, too. Thank you, FoCo. Oh, and then we've got a photographer. Everybody's just official review. We want to make sure everybody knows an official review is happening. The refs are going to talk some stuff out.
Your arms get tired doing that stuff, too. It's a hard life being a jam timer.
It is. It is. You have to keep track of stuff. Aw, I love you too. I love everybody here.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna make everybody do that to my kid next time my kid's skating.
The amount of embarrassment these children are probably feeling from their families. I love it. More.
Maddie, were you aware that Mommy loves you?
Maddie, they love you so much. Maddie, I love you. But I also love everybody.
Yes, we are unbiased.
Unnamed team. So the FoCo skaters were trying to challenge a back block in turn 3. The refs all agreed that the back block did happen. So FoCo will not retain their official review. Thank you, though, for trying. Our refs saw the back block. unfortunately.
Those refs are so good at seeing things.
5 seconds on the board. Oh, great jump
My
on
goodness.
the outside. Wow.
If I had a nickel for every time Callahan did that, I'd have a lot of nickels.
And just another one like that. That's another nickel. But because of inflation, it is now 4 points.
Oh, Green Tea hitting hard on this Philly tripod. A high block, is going to send 6-6 Smashiopia to the penalty box. And FoCo Jammer is through on an initial pass.
Oh, and 9-4-7 Seek and Destroy with the great hit to the inside. FoCo setting up a wall here. Almost a tripod with a little dangle there.
Great power from Green Tea in the back there as we approach that Philly tripod. But the Philly tripod just pushing back.
Mm-hmm. And then Green Tea revving up to get some more momentum. They are going to be assessed a track cut, though, on that inside. This will be a power jam for Philly still. Oh, Philly 6-9 got a penalty. You can all hear that from ATG.
It did look as though that skater knew what was up because I think the skater was already headed to the box before the penalty had even been finished calling.
Sometimes you know you've made a mistake and you just need to go serve your time. Just like that, though, Philly is going to call up the jam. They will be starting the next jam in a power jam start.
Tackled Pink will be wearing the star. For Philly, each of our teams sitting one blocker in the box, and of course that FoCo Jammer over there waiting for release.
Philly lined up for a offensive play. Great hits there.
Oh man, FoCo forced to let that Jammer go.
Yes, when you have one of your teammates is with the other team, you are then the pack with them. And unfortunately, your other teammates cannot hit the Jammer. FoCo is in the pack now, fighting their way through Philly's wall. Great attempt on the outside line there, but we have the FoCo skaters stopping that Jammer.
That was Jeannie with that run back.
Yes. Green Tea fighting their way through. They have stashed the star, but that doesn't mean much right now. A great job from Philly with 4 more points in the air.
That FoCo pivot had some really good defense to offense switch.
And a back block has been assessed to the Philly skater Jammer, so Tackle Pink will be in the box. This will be a 40-second jam left. And it looks like we do have a hat pass. So the FoCo pivot is going to be your Jammer now. That is 1-3 Nightshade Hedgie.
Hedgie slams into that Phillies tripod. We now have both Jammers back in the pack.
And we do see Steampunk playing as a bridge, but also attempting to do a little bit of offense, keeping both these tripods in play. And that is going to be the end of the jam. What a great fight from both teams. Still about 16, 15 minutes left in this second half of of our first game this morning. Remember, we've got a full day of derby ahead of us. Philly and I will be here again in the second game today. Big Wave fighting the front Philly pack.
Oh, that's some great skate work on the end by Big Wave for a lead jammer.
Tenacious K stashed the hat, but is now out and ready to come around to score points. And now both skaters are fighting for points.
My goodness, that was fantastic toe stop work by Big Wave. Just right on that line, but still inbounds. Getting through on the inside.
Yes, and big hit and fight through this pack by Big Wave. They are making sure they got those points and a call off.
Big.
7 points on the board there. We're getting an official timeout. And we have a special note. We do want to give a shout out to Grandma Randy from Minnesota watching online. I do appreciate everybody watching online. We love all of our fans across the globe watching these juniors duke it out this morning. So appreciate everybody here in the building and online in the interwebs.
And we do want to thank Southside for putting together this tournament.
Great cheering happening here. And we still have an official timeout. While our skaters get in position. It is not the 5-second rule yet. 5 seconds. Just kidding. Yeah, it happens. We know. You were ready. You were prepared and ready to go for derby. Now, while the refs are talking, the skaters are talking. They're making a big plan. Billy FoCo! Yay! Yay, Derby. Uh-oh.
We have a shout out coming in online on the stream. A shout out, Let's Go Tackled Pink on Philly All-Stars from Yaya and Scott.
Now, it does look like there is a FoCo blocker in the box. So they will be starting the next jam. One skater down.
Oh, no.
And just like that, we are going to get back to some roller derby. Just kidding, FoCo doesn't have any skaters in the box. We're at a full pack again. And then on. Oh, just like that, we've got a lead jammer 1 for Storm Cloud for your FoCo.
Callahan makes that star pass to number 7 to Chicky Kills. Chicky Kills spins around the last skater to beat for an initial pass.
So we've got a destruction on the track for L.
L was sent to the penalty box.
And we're going to reset. Just want to make sure everybody is being safe out here. Thank you once again to our medics and coaches and all of our staff here, just making sure our skaters are safe. This is a hard-fought game, but we want to make sure everybody is okay to go home at the end of the day.
Oh my God! I put it in the heck
And back to jamming, we have Sayonara for Philly and Firecracker for FoCo. And Firecracker is your lead jammer. Do have a hat stash right now because Sayonara said goodbye and I'm out.
Number
404, which is Jack in the Box, making that a hard time. We have a FoCo skater in the box. That is one.
It's L.
It's L.
No, it's not.
See, this is why we're the announcers.
Tenacious K with the star for Philly Spartans has put up a Rainbow Rider, but it is Tenacious K out fast for lead.
Yes, and Tenacious K fighting their way through and got past 1-3 Nightshade Hedgie. .585 Genie fighting that. And we do have a forearm penalty called, though, on Genie. Tenacious K juking that last FoCo skater.
Good track awareness there by Rainbow Rider. The skater that pushed them out also went out.
Yes. They are making sure they don't have to go too far back on a recycle.
12 so far on the board for Philly.
Yes, and FoCo fighting their way through, getting recycled. Rainbow Rider fighting. They have stashed the star, but that doesn't, like I said, folks, that may mean they're just stashing it.
That no pack call brings our skaters a little closer.
Tenacious K trying to grab their teammate for a whip, but like I said, folks, you can get a multiplayer as a jammer, so you got to be careful with those arms, and just like that, out scoring points.
And that star pass has occurred. So your new jammer of record is Sid Vicious for the Spartans.
Oh, and trying to do a couple little jumps on that inside apex there.
Now in the penalty box, we are going to have a double penalty, a second one assessed for an illegal exit.
Yes, you have to leave the track at a 45-degree angle? Or 90-degree?
90 degree, just in the most
Quickest way.
Safest and most efficient way possible.
Yes. about 10 minutes left in this first game on the second half on the third day of the fourth month.
Starting to sound like a children's story. I like it.
All of the numbers of this year, 2026.
We are really glad that y'all are here. This has been a big weekend of roller derby in the Pacific Northwest. So big thanks especially to our officials, photographers, who could all make it.
And our fans.
And our fans. Great fans.
6-9 Philly. False start, but a lead jammer for 0-1-3 FoCo's Green Tea.
Out of the pack is well tackled. Pink just flying around the track, both of them.
Yes, flying around. Now, you may have heard that the skater got a false start, but that's not a penalty. They just means they had to yield to everybody on the track. Both teams with a tripod.
It is incredible to watch these jammers.
Yes.
Oh, make a move. That juke got Green Tea through. Got those points. Put them on the board. Said, we are done here. Meanwhile, Philly did manage to find 3 to add to the score as well.
Philly 288, 126 for FoCo Spartans. Philly has the jammer is given to 113 Sayonara. They're at the front of the pack. And lead jammer status to Philly. Big wave still fighting Philly in the back there. Help from their pivot and is out now. These skaters are so bendy. Big wave with a big hit in the back of the pack there. Fighting their way through.
1-8 Madiator just doing every possible thing to prevent Sayonara from getting through.
That's absolutely an Strawberry Shortquake, Bad Blood, and Rainbow Crash fighting super hard to keep Big Wave in the back there. Keep him in the pack. Great 4 walls occurring. And even Sayonara had to fight hard at the front of the pack.
Seek and Destroy receives the star, passes Philly's jammer.
Yes, and now going to try and start scoring some points, and they are out and around.
Wow.
4 in the sky for Seek and Destroy. Great job from all these skaters. Now Sayonara is at the front, trying to tiptoe on the inside. Oh, big wave, big hit. Getting some offense help there. Philly 909, which is living. Oh. Forearm penalty and a call off there. 1-8 Madiator going to the box. If you were like me and didn't know what SP on the scoreboard meant, then Star Pass. Number 1 for Philly Callahan is your jammer. 1-4, that is Storm Cloud is your jammer for FoCo, but they are going to the box.
That was a cut track penalty on Storm Cloud. Back block going to send 4-0 for Jack in the Box to the box.
Yes, and we've got a great recycle here from 2-0. That is Black Ice. The FoCo skaters just trying to keep that jammer in the back, but oh, and a great hit there, Seek and Destroy. No, Maddie, excuse me.
Oh my goodness, and that juke manages to send one of the FoCo blockers down to the ground with barely a touch and put 4 on the board. 4 more on the board for Philly.
FoCo is out of the box and out on the track and into the back of the Philly wall at the front of the pack.
Great tripod push out by FoCo there.
And looks like we do have a Philly skater in the box and a great recycle there from Jack in the box. Perfect. Great work here from all these skaters. This is just a scrum pack going on. It is hard fighting. 1 skater left to beat. And Philly is out again with 4 more points. And so is FoCo. They are out on the score passing. Oh, and a cut track, though, on the Philly jammer. Hallahan will be sitting.
FoCo found 2 more, I think. Yeah, maybe I can't see. Maybe it was 3.
About 4.5 minutes left in this first game. Philly is sitting at 3:05, so we have passed the 300 mark. Spartans are at 140.
Oh, and the Spartans line up for the offensive attack. Last skater to beat there was Chicky Kills. Now it is Smashiopia chest to chest, just driving Smashiopia back. Manages to find the open lane on the inside for a lead. A jammer at a perfect time.
Great work there. Oh, and almost was able to get through, but had gotten hit out that last little snip. And Baby Sia? Excuse me.
Baby Slaya.
Slaya was that last hit, but now you got... Oh, but it looks like Smashiopia is going to the box. I believe it was an out-of-play hit.
Oh, my goodness.
Great job there, Chicky. That is going to be a track cut assessed to the FoCo jammer.
And we are in a full-length jam now, lead being lost. My goodness, 9-5, Joe, don't do it. Huge hit to slow the jammer down there.
That's absolutely a great offense coming through for 1-6. That is stay in your laney.
And holy smokes, Seek and Destroy just with the most beautiful footwork I've seen all day. It's early, but it was pretty. Staying inside, able to force that run back, and now we are back over here where the announcers are.
Yes, and it looks like we've got both jammers on the track, a clear box, and now we're out. Just kidding, just like that. We've got 1-8 Baby Slaya for Philly heading to the box right now.
That was a destruction penalty. How could that have been a destruction?
Forearm on 7-2 Philly. That is the end of that jam. 2 minutes left roughly in this half. Two of the Philly skaters are going to be in the box, so it is a pack advantage for FoCo. Philly 2-6 is going to get a stop block. That is going to be bad blood.
A brutal run back by 147 Acid Smasha.
And a track cut to the FoCo jammer. So it is a power jam for Philly. That is a 3-2. Tackle pink. I lost my breath there. Oh, but we are getting a jammer. I think it was a forearm.
It was a forearm.
Yes. That outside ref called it and I was blocked.
Multiple people in trouble here. I saw a cut track call, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it is going to be a little bit of a full pack Rosido. And just like that, the Philly pivot, making that a really hard fought. Wow, that run up.
Yeah, that was an explosive move by Rainbow Rider.
Yes, both teams are fighting very hard right now. There's about 25 seconds left with 30 seconds on this jam, and I believe there's no lead jammer, so this will be, once again, our last jam. That is how math works, folks. Let's give it up for both these teams at this last 10 seconds, folks. Give them all of your cheering for these two teams. Full pack out. Rainbow Rider fighting hard. Yes, great job to all of our skaters.
And as we wait for that score to become official for the next 30 seconds, we invite you up along the outside of this barrier. Look at y'all. You already know what to do. Line up on the outside of the barrier for some truly well-earned high fives. I do feel like the real winners here are y'all, the crowd. You brought the energy, you brought the fun, you brought the noise, you brought kazoos, which I delighted in.
There we go. That is the end of this first game. Final score, Philly 309, Spartans 164. Thank you so much, everybody here. Thank you, officials. Thank you, NSOs, medics. Thank you, the fans. Make sure you line up. These skaters definitely deserve those high fives. Once again, I am Malibu Zombie. I will be with you for the second game. The kazoo army is getting it right now, and it just is destroying Bullhorn over here. I want a kazoo.
Maybe I'll just announce through a kazoo next time I'm here.
Okay, now I'm dying because the idea of a kazoo announcer is just...
Let's give it up for high fives for the
Philly All-Stars. Let's get those laps going, folks. Beautiful kazoo high fives for these Philly All-Stars. 309. Great job, y'all. I'm giving you high fives, I promise. I love you all. You're all amazing. Hi.
And let's hear it for the FoCo Spartans.
Thank you all for coming here. Great job. Thank you, thank you. Such a hard fought fight for these skaters. Thank you, thank you. Stick around for the second game of today, which will be Philly versus Tomorrowland. who they want to give their MVPs to. Do appreciate our floor crew making sure that the track is clean and tape down that rope. Don't want anybody tripping on it. Are we ready? Everybody wants to see numbers so they know who they want to give the awards to. Do, 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 do. All right, now you guys turn around and show your number. No. They got it. Good job. Good job, Philly. Do you have physical things? I don't have physical things. The physical items may show up later for Philly, but does FoCo have theirs? Does anybody want to tell me? Would the FoCo skater who has the award somebody want to come tell me? Who's your...
For blocker, I have 26.
And then...
For jammer, we have 1-0.
And then... No, wait. So who is Philly giving it to? So
They have theirs.
Oh, okay. Nice. Getting some. Oh, and we have an overall.
For MVP, we have 6'9" Steampunk.
Yes, awesome. And then if the Philly folks want to come up here.
All right, for MVJ, we have number 12. For MVB, we got number 147. And for overall, we have number 58.
Thank you all so much. If our MVP award winners want to come up here real quick for a photo together, if you've got... Yep. And then everybody else, group photo real quick. And then thank you all so much for being here for this game.